What's up, fam? It's the one and only Humbledstunna like no other. We got another reaction video for you guys. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We back at it again. And like I said, I'm dropping more reaction videos, the reaction channel. So make sure you guys let me know how y'all feel about this video we're about to react to. Y'all saw the thumbnail, so y'all clicked on it for a reason. So I appreciate y'all. And if y'all don't like it, don't like it. I mean, if you do like it, or you have any suggestions on what I should react to, you feel me? I'm a broad range person. Like you see my channel, I react to all different types of things. I like to learn. I like to give opinions on certain things. I definitely like to tune in and see what the hell going on. And this is something I want to see. What the hell going on? The future of trees is liquid, and this is something I clicked on. That I saw. This is not something like I was watching the Lorax. Something that came out as a cartoon. Do you know the orange furry thing? Like this motherfucker right here. Yeah, so I was watching this movie and I was like, they got these fake trees, organic, not the real trees, but they have these planting trees. How they get oxygen? So I was like, I'm seeing this. I see the thumbnail. I'm like, bro, what are we gonna do when we got with no trees? You feel me? How was that gonna go? Because they cutting down trees and putting no houses, and more people are gonna be. It's gonna be more people on the planet eventually. I know you're trying to, do their own thing to decrease that thing, and decrease the population in certain ways. But
about you, but I love trees. There's nothing quite like going for a walk down a forest path, sitting on a tree-shaded patio, or making memories in a backyard treehouse. And trees have tons of benefits.
That's one thing I've been doing a lot more. I did my blood work and shit. They like, oh yeah, you gotta get more sun. You feel me? I'm more of an introvert person. You feel me? Not an introvert person. Like I'm an extrovert. I'm an extrovert. I'm an introvert. I'm both. But I like to stay in the crib sometimes just to get stuff done. You feel me? Because I'm still young, but it's how I hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Excess carbon dioxide and make tasty, fresh oxygen for us to breathe. But some of the places where it's hardest to plant and maintain those trees are the same places that need them the most, like big cities. That's why some researchers are trying to improve on nature's design by making trees liquid.
Makes sense.
To be clear, we are extremely pro-tree on SciShow. Trees help combat climate change by storing excess carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, produce the oxygen we need to breathe, and capture particulates to help purify the air. But as great as trees are, they just don't make sense to grow everywhere. For starters, trees are big. We literally compare things to trees to explain that things are big. They also need to be planted in nutrient-rich soil. Space and soil are two things cities don't.
So obviously this be mainly talked about cities, because cities don't have enough space for trees. And as you see in this video right here, this exact picture, you don't see any trees. And if you do, it's probably a small ass tree that's dying, which is right here. I'm not gonna zoom in, but yeah.
A lot of. Plus, trees' root systems can cause damage to infrastructure like sidewalks and sewers.
That's
and
crazy.
As good as trees are at removing pollutants from the air, they tend to just hold on to them afterwards. So trees in areas that have high levels of air pollution, like cities, tend to have shorter lifespans and not thrive as well. A tree can absorb up to 150 kilograms of carbon per year, which sounds great until you realize that's not even as much carbon as is produced by a single car burning through one tank of gas. So that means that one of the biggest benefits of trees requires way more trees than just one or two. We're talking forests that spread into the suburbs levels of tree cover. Plus, growing and maintaining urban trees requires that cities, counties, governments, and neighborhoods are all invested in keeping the trees happy long term, which is
stop littering. I know for damn sure that'll help.
Easier said than done. And that's not even taking into account some of the downsides of trees, like how miserable seasonal pollen allergies can make people feel. Since 1/4 of adults in the US have seasonal allergies, that misery is nothing to sneeze at.
That's some she tried to be funny right there. That's really some childish ass shit. If you sneezing from pollen and shit, like you got allergies, that's some childish ass shit. Grow up. Do better. Find out what you really can combat that, you feel me? You can fight that off. You tough, right? Niggas get pollen every day. Niggas sneeze from pollen every day. You'll be alright.
So some researchers are looking into whether we can use not trees to give us some of the same benefits that trees do. That's led them to photobioreactors. Photobioreactors are closed, lit containers that contain lots and lots of tiny photosynthesizing organisms, all in a carefully calibrated system to allow people to control their growth. Picture a giant green glowing water tank full of algae or bacteria. Thanks to photosynthesis, the organisms in the tanks remove carbon dioxide from the environment and release oxygen back into the air. Besides their potential future as tree juice, photobioreactors have a ton of uses, like wastewater treatment. When water passes through a reactor, the algae filter out pollutants like nitrogen and phosphorus. They can even grab contaminants like estradiol, which is a hormone found in birth control pills, and
birth control pills. Oh Lord, y'all on some deep shit. I ain't gonna lie, but they be putting these medicines and foods and shit. It's crazy. Like, how you even find this out?
larger organic matter, like, the kind you would find in wastewater. We're also discovering that some microalgae produce biological compounds that can be important for things like medication waste. And back here on Earth, photobioreactors are being used to grow spirulina, the superfood everyone is chugging, baking, and smoothieing into gorgeous blue foods that add a protein punch. So, just in general, photobioreactors have a lot of awesome things they can help us do. But why are we interested in them as the future of trees? Well, photobioreactors' ability to remove carbon dioxide and release oxygen sounds a heck of a lot like what trees do. Specifically, what we really need trees to do in places that have a lot of carbon dioxide and a lot of people who need oxygen, but where they struggle to thrive. Places like cities. Which is why researchers in Serbia created the Liquid 3 photobioreactor that now resides in Belgrade. The Liquid 3 uses species of single-celled algae that grows in Serbia. The algae is resistant to high and low temperatures, which means that the trees can photosynthesize and pump out fresh O2 year-round instead of taking the winter off like deciduous trees do. According to one of the researchers, a 600-liter tank does the same work as 2 10-year-old trees or 200 square meters of grass, all in roughly the area of a park bench. This prototype has a
See, this is why I clicked on the video, and this is why you probably clicked on the video. I was waiting for this the whole time. But now it makes sense. Liquid 3, Belgrade. This is something that they're already incorporating, as you can see, at a U.S. And it's year round, so it doesn't go away in the winter, just like trees when the leaves fall in the fall, and obviously winter when it's actually trees is dead. So, or would you say dead because they still come back? I don't know how you say that, but I bet she has a terminology. I don't.
Panel that generates the electricity needed to light it at night, which means it doubles as a street lamp, a bench, and built-in phone charging station.
Damn. Talk about being efficient. I know if somebody impulsive decision would just want to just throw like a rock at that shit and let it just come out. But they should have some plexiglass or something like that. I don't think it's gonna work like that. A lamp, oxygen, a bench. She said one more, a charging station. That's crazy.
So in addition to air purification, liquid trees have the added benefit of being able to provide other needed services. Maybe solar-powered heaters in cold cities or bus stops with electrified timetables. Plus a giant glowing green tank in the middle of a city sidewalk just looks cool. They can also work as a more immediate short-term solution to urgent pollution and air quality concerns. So Liquid 3 is ready to start cleaning the air as soon as it's installed, instead of having to wait as long as 30 years to get the oxygen-producing capacity of an adult tree. And photobioreactors are lower maintenance than trees. As the algae grows, some of it needs to be removed every 6 weeks or so, but that's about it as far as regular upkeep. And that surplus algae can be used as a fertilizer, so nothing really gets wasted. Plus, you're not limited by location because photobioreactors can be made into any shape. You can put them in the most polluted areas of a city where they'd have the most benefit without worrying about whether there's soil to support an actual tree. So liquid trees can...
Y'all be walking through New York and some of y'all be having masks, but that shit stink.
actually give us some of the environmental benefits
real
of
stuff.
trees without the complicating factors. But as cool as they look, liquid trees aren't going to replace the aesthetic and mental health benefits of having green spaces around, especially in cities, which means they're never going to be able to replace trees. Both tanks and trunks will have a part to play as we try to build cleaner, greener cities, and I am not giving up my treehouse anytime soon. Thanks for watching.
Alright, cool. This is a sideshow, and look, I'm gonna show y'all how to do something real quick. Y'all scroll down. You see it's right here, the sideshow. And when it's my channel, y'all scroll down. Humbledstunna. That's me. You dig. Click the subscribe button. Thank you. I appreciate it. You can hit the notification bell, but you know I drop every Friday. But the sideshow is definitely something I subscribe to. I'm not gonna go and unsubscribe to it like a weirdo, like a cornball. Like, you're a cornball if you don't subscribe for somebody. Unless you're giving me negative energy or negative information, you feel me? Why would you do that? It's free. You always have the choice of not clicking that thumbnail. You always have that choice, but click my thumbnail. But this video was great. The sideshow was definitely something in depth, and I definitely appreciate how they broke this down. No cap. I learned something today. You learned something today. Hopefully we continue the journey together. So be back. Stay up. Stay humble. See y'all later. Peace.